Okay, today we are going to cover the assignment 3.1, 6.1 Algebra and Composition Functions. And the first question that we have in this assignment is, we exclude from a function domain real numbers that cause division by what number?
Zero.
Zero, exactly. Because if we have these values of x in the domain, will make our whole equation undefined. Very good. And let's go to question number 2. Question number 2 says the real numbers that result in a square of the root of what? What kind of a square root we cannot have in an equation?
A negative.
A negative, because then we cannot use real numbers to solve this equation. We'll have to use imaginary numbers. Notice we also exclude from these all square root with negative numbers.
Yes.
Very good. Now let's go question number 3. Question number 3, we have an equation. Let me find my how we display this equation. When you have a f plus g of x, that is the same thing to say f of x plus g of x. We need to add both functions together. That will be the answer for this one.
That it's just f of x plus g of x.
And f of x is one equation, and f and g of x is another equation, so we need to add both equations.
Okay, so it's just f of x. That's the answer.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Now this algebraic statement, because that is algebraic statement, parentheses f plus g, close parentheses, and in parentheses x means you have to add the equation of f of x plus the equation of g of x.
Okay.
That's clear? There's question number, let me erase that. Question number 4. Now we have the opposite equation, subtraction. When you have a f, parentheses, f minus g of x, that means f of x minus g of x.
Okay, so it's just the opposite of
the previous one. Because now you have a negative sign between the two functions.
Okay, so it's just you're subtracting them.
You subtract the equations.
Okay.
You subtract the equation of f of x minus the equation of g of x.
Okay.
Keep going. Number 5. Number 5, now we have multiplication. You don't have any negative or positive sign between the two functions. You see that?
Yes.
As f multiplying g of x is the same thing that you multiply the equation of f of x times the equation of g of x. You multiply both together. In other words, you FOIL. Or you distribute, depending what is the equation of each one of them.
Okay.
You got that? Okay.
That's not too bad.
No, it's a very fundamental theory. And then you have this equation. You have f of g of x. That will be the last equation. We add, we subtract, we multiply. Now we are dividing. You divide the equation of f of x and divided by the equation of g of x. You need to divide both equations. That will be the answer for 6. Any question?
I don't think I have any so far. It's pretty self-explanatory.
I'm happy for that because we put the foundation in the other class, number 7. And number 7, you have an equation. You have a 15 all over x minus 11. Because we already answered in the question number 1 that we cannot put a domain for this equation, a number that will convert the denominator to 0. How you know what number can convert the denominator to 0? You need to set up the denominator to 0. Okay, let's do that. X minus 11 equals 0. If you add 11 to both sides, you get that 11 is equal, x is equal to 11. Entonces, 11 is the number that we need to exclude from the domain. Because you put 11 minus 11 will be a 0, and we made the whole thing undefined. So which one will be the answer? A, B, C, or D?
Would it be C?
Exactly, because you need to come from negative infinitive and stop in 11, because 11 is exclude, and then you go from 11, comma, all the way to infinity. There's any value, or any real number can be input in this equation except 11. Any question?
Not yet.
Now let me erase. Let's keep moving. Question number 8. Question number 8, we have these other equations, a linear equation, 9x plus 11. Do we need to exclude any number from there?
No.
No, because there is no division, and because it's a linear equation, you can replace x for any real number. So which one will be the answer? A, B, C, or D? Let me blow this a little. Sorry for that.
You're fine.
I should do it from the beginning. So which will be the answer? A, B, C, or D? If we don't exclude any number because you can input any real number there.
So it would be. Ooh, I want to say A or D.
Why A or D?
So if you don't exclude
Any
number.
real number. Because it's a linear equation, we can input there any real number from negative, any integer, positive or negative. What will be the answer? You can put any real number and you don't have to exclude anyone.
That's kind of confusing me. Why is there's only an option for 11 on A?
Well,
Are you just working with 9 and X?
well, my question is, we need to exclude any number? So why you look the 11 and 9 if we don't have to exclude any number? If we have to exclude a number from the domain, you should be looking for the answer can have 11 or 9. But if we don't have to exclude any number, you can input any number there. What will be the answer? Any possible number.
So just it would be infinity, any numbers. So D?
Okay, why D?
Because you don't have to substitute anything for X, and it can be any number.
But you are excluding, D is excluding 9.
11. It's excluding.
Why 11?
Wait, did you say it's excluding 9?
Well, think about it. That is a linear equation, and the domain can be any real number, any integer. The integers are the positive and negative numbers. You can input any integer there. And you don't have to exclude anything because that is not a fraction, it's a linear equation. So if you don't have to exclude any number from the domain, what will be the answer? A, B, C, or D? Because A is excluding 11. They say 11 cannot be there. And we just said that you can input any real number.
So it's not A.
Definitely is not.
I don't know. I'm kind of confused. I don't know
Where
why.
is your confusion?
Just without excluding it, because on A,
A is saying that you can input any real number from negative infinity to 11 and 11 to infinity. In other words, they said you cannot put here a 11. Why you cannot put a 11 there? If you put a 11 for x, we made this equation 0.
no,
So this,
it can't be A.
then C is saying you can input any number from negative infinity to 9, but no 9. Why you cannot input a 9 there? If you put a 9 there, they will make this equation 0.
No.
And D is saying you can exclude 9 again, but you can put any number from 9 to infinity. If we are saying that we don't have to exclude any number because it's a linear equation, what is the only answer that don't exclude any number?
Then just B.
B.
I thought of it, but it doesn't look right because
Why doesn't it look right?
just they're both infinitive.
Well, that is the point, because you don't have to exclude any number. You can input any number from negative infinity all the way to infinity.
Okay. Okay, I don't know why that was confusing because I was looking at B, but I felt like that was just a trick answer that
No.
negative infinity. It's
Well, every time that you have a linear equation, you don't have to exclude any number.
so it's just any number.
Any number. You can put any number because it's a linear equation.
Okay, I don't know. That shouldn't have been confusing,
No,
but
no
that
problem.
just didn't look right.
That's the reason we are learning here. So the answer will be what?
B.
B. Very good. Let me move with the computer because I don't want to mess up this, what we're doing so far. Today's question 9. Question 9, now we have a function. Remember we did what was f of x, f of g of x means, remember? What are we doing?
You FOIL it. So it's F.
No,
Huh?
we
What's that?
don't, we f plus g of x. What we have to do?
Would you not FOIL that?
See your notes because you write down.
Oh, it's F times X plus G of X.
Exactly. So this, we need that is equal to say f. Let me put here. It's equal to say f of x plus g of x. So if that is true, who is f of x? It's 3x. We put in parentheses 3x plus 6. That is your f of x. And your g of x is a plus there. You put a bigger plus. Then it's 2x plus 1. So we are adding these two equations because f of x is the equation 3x plus 6 and g of x is the equation 2x plus 1. Because there is nothing to distribute, well, you can distribute the positive in the second parenthesis, but they will not change nothing because all these terms are positive. We can open everything, 3x plus 6 plus 2x plus 1, and now we need to combine like terms. That you have a 3x and a 2x will be what?
5X.
5x. And then you have 6 plus 1
Just a 7.
plus 7. And that is the answer. Because there is no more like terms.
Okay, I think I'm getting it. That
You get
number
it?
7 threw me off.
That's okay. Can I erase?
Yes.
And it was question 10. Question 10, we are adding both equations, but now you can see when the equation says f of 2 plus g of 2. What means that? What was in in parentheses before?
X.
So they are given now a specific value of x. They are saying to you, you need to input in the equation for every x of the f of x equation, you have to replace these x's by 2, and for every x in the g of x, you have to replace by 2. So let's write first of all our f of x equation. No, es x squared minus 3x, put in parentheses that, and plus the other equation is 6 plus x, g of x. And remember, they are asking you, when you put a f of 2 means in every x that you can see in the f of x equation, you need to replace these x's by what?
With the 2.
Exactly. So let's redo this equation. You put a bracket, you have your 2, no, let me put parentheses better. Parentheses, you have your 2 squared minus 3 times 2, no, close parentheses, plus, you have a 6 plus 2. So let's clean up these parentheses. 2 to the second power is
4.
Negative 3 times 2,
It's negative 6.
negative 6, and then plus 6 plus 2 is 8. So it's positive 4 minus 6 will be what?
Negative 2.
Negative 2 plus 8, and negative 2 plus 8 is?
6.
6. Very good. That is the answer.
Those negative signs always throw me off.
Well, take your time.
Mhm.
You know, fast don't means smart.
Mhm.
So everybody have their own speed. You keep your speed.
Mhm.
Take your time, think about it, and make your best choice.
Got it.
Because when we try to rush, is when we begin to commit mistakes.
That's true.
No, if you walk down the stairs normally, you don't have any problem. But if you try to run going down the stairs, there's a big probability that you can trip and fall and get hurt. No?
That can't happen when you take your time.
Exactly. Because now you have f minus g parentheses of x. So what means that? That means you need to subtract f of x from g of x. And f of x is parentheses x squared minus 6x minus g of x is 1
Minus it.
minus x. So we can take out the parentheses, the first expression, x squared minus 6x, and now we will need to distribute this negative inside of the parentheses. So negative times positive 1 will be,
Negative 1 times positive 1. That's negative 1.
and then negative times negative x,
Positive x.
and now, again, like terms, there is nothing to combine x squared, so you need to rewrite x squared, but you have negative 6x, and now you have a positive x. That will be what?
Negative 5x.
Negative 5x, very good. And there is nothing to combine the 1, minus 1. That is your final answer.
Okay, this isn't hard at all.
No?
It's like, it's kind of clicking in my head like, okay, it's just.
Praise God. See, this
it's
is
a
a
pattern.
process. And if you take your time to follow the process, you don't commit mistakes. And we are applying everything that we learned before.
Mhm.
So next one,
Yes.
let's go to 12. Question 12. On question 12, you have now, you have a f of g of negative 3. So what means that? That is equal to f of negative 3 times g of negative 3. You're multiplying these two equations, but after you set up your equation, you have to replace every x by what?
Every x,
Yeah.
negative 3.
By negative 3. So let's, again, f of x is x squared plus 4x, parentheses, and times, because you're multiplying. Now g of x is 3 minus x. Now let's replace every x and f of x by negative 3. So you have negative 3 squared plus 4 times negative 3, close parenthesis, open parenthesis, you have a 3 minus, and this is a 3 minus.
So it's a positive 3.
Exactly. So let's clean up here. Negative 3 to the second power is
Positive 9.
positive 9. And then you have a positive 4 times a negative 3,
Negative 12.
negative 12. No, times 3 plus 3. And then 9 minus 12 is
Negative 4.
9 minus 12.
Or negative 3.
Negative 3 times 6. So the final answer will be
Negative 3 times 6.
uh-huh.
Negative 18.
That is your final answer. You see, you need to keep your time, you need to keep your signs in order. Follow penda, we are follow penda. First of all, we are solving what is inside the parentheses, then we are applying exponents. See, we are following pendas by the teeth. And then if you do that, you cannot commit mistakes. Let me know who can go to the next.
Yes, I'm good.
Number 13. Question 13 is a division now. You know, you have a f of negative 1 dividing g of negative 1. And what that means. So you have to set up f of x in the numerator and g of x in the denominator, and then you replace every x of the equation of f of x by negative 1, and then in the denominator you replace every x of the g of x equation by negative 1. So let's do that. So f of x is x squared, no, plus 4x all over, no, 2 minus x. And then they're asking to replace every x in the numerator by negative 1. So you have negative 1 squared plus 4 times negative 1 all over, no, 2 minus 1. Everything clear so far?
Yes.
So let's do the exponents and multiplication. Negative 1 squared will be
Positive 1.
positive 1. And then you have a positive 1 times negative 1. Negative 1 will be
Positive 1 times negative 1.
positive 4
Oh.
times negative 1.
Negative 4.
Negative 4 in the numerator. And in the denominator, you have a 2 plus 1. There's 1 minus 4 is what?
Negative 3.
Negative 3 in the numerator. And in the denominator, what you have? 2 plus 1?
Oh, 3.
3. So you have a 3, negative 3 divided 3, and the answer will be?
Just negative 1.
Negative 1. Excellent. You can see it's no a big deal. You keep your signs, you replace everything in time. you keep pandas and everything will be nice and smooth.
Okay, I almost got confused because on the denominator 2 minus negative 1, I was thinking, why don't we not multiply that, but the negatives cancel it out, makes it positive.
Uh-huh.
I almost got confused. I was writing it down as you were explaining it, and I was thinking, wait, I thought you were gonna try to trick me and see if I was paying attention or something.
No, in this class we don't trick students. No tricking, no, it's the opposite. I try to teach you guys down to the earth, and I'm broken up in every way I can do every equation. So I can erase that?
Yes.
Let's go to 14. Question 14. 14.
Maybe.
I said 14. There's 14. Now you are adding two equations again. You have a f plus g of x. What means that? That means f of x
Plus g of x.
plus g of x. No, that is what asking for. No, this question have a lot of questions.
A lot of steps to it.
No, it's what we call it a say question. Have A, B, C, D,
Oh, yeah.
and each one is an equation. What time is it? 10:30. What time did class ended?
10:45.
So we don't have a lot of time. I will do this one, and I want to go to the other equations that let's figure this one.
Okay.
So it's a what is f of x? F of x is
3x
3x plus 8. No. Plus g of x is 7x minus 5. So what we do here? No, there is nothing, we can take everything out of the parentheses. No, nothing to distribute. This positive will make everything again positive. This positive in front of this parenthesis will not change any sign in the parenthesis. Will be plus 7x
minus.
and we minus 5 because positive times negative is negative.
Okay.
And then like terms again. You have 3x and 7x will be
10x.
10x. And then you have a positive a and negative 5,
Negative 40.
negative 3. That is the final answer.
I multiplied it.
Oh, no. Remember, we are subtracting
Yes.
and adding.
I don't know why I did that.
Take your time. Again, no, faster don't mean smarter. Take your time. Let your brain follow his own pace. Let me know how I can erase that.
Yes, I'm good.
So let me see if there are any equation under this that we need to take in consideration. No. How I can move this stuff? Oh, I need to reduce probably. Let me see. I have my, because I want to go to the other group of equations, 14. You're multiplying and dividing. Let me do 14b, okay?
Okay.
Because 14 and 15 will be the same. 14b, that is A. B is f times g of x. What are you doing here?
F times g of x.
Times, what are you doing?
Oh, it's just f of x times g of x.
So now we are foiling because you have f of x is 3x plus 8 plus 8. And then g of x is 7x minus 5. We need to FOIL. So we start foiling. 3x times 7x is
21x.
21x what? What do you do with the exponents when
you add that x squared.
X squared, very good. And then 3x times negative 5.
Negative 40.
3x times negative 5.
Negative 15.
Negative
I was
15x.
thinking of the 8.
And now positive 8 times 7x,
8 times 56.
56x. And then finally multiply positive 8 times negative 5,
That's negative 40.
negative 40. And then there's nothing to combine this x squared. You rewrite 21x squared. There is we can combine the middle term. You have a negative 15 plus 56 will be what?
41.
41. To be a negative 41x. No, negative 40 because there's nothing to combine. That is the final answer.
You want to do anything with the 21x squared? You just leave it?
Yeah. I know, let me see. Yeah, let me see. They say do not factor.
Oh, okay.
That is the reason, because we can factor, then we can factor a 4 for everything. A 4x even.
Mhm.
No, a 4 because 4 you don't have a x. And that will reduce, but they said do not factor.
Okay.
So
So you
we
just
stop
leave
there.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Check your answers out. How they want you to give the answer. I can erase.
Yes.
Then let's go C and D, and then after that we try to do the composition. D is a division. Now D we are dividing. Is f of g of x. Means we divide both. So it's f of x is 3x minus plus 8, sorry, and it's over 7x minus 5. My question is, what we can do there? There's any way to simplify that? Because we are dividing f of x,
What
but
if
there's
you set, oh, that doesn't sound right, but set it to 0 because of negative 5?
well, no, they're asking you to simplify, not to factor,
Oh, okay.
not to find the zeros. There is nothing else we can do there because 3 and 7 are prime numbers, and also 5. So if we stop there, that will be the answer.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, because there's no way to simplify that.
Oh, for some reason, I was thinking you set it to 0 because the negative 5.
Well, we do that if we want to find the domain, but they don't ask you for
Okay.
the domain there. They ask you to simplify your answer on.
Okay. And that's just it. Just
Yeah, that's it.
okay. I would have simplified it and everything. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what you need to read what they are asking for.
I need to start paying attention to that more.
Yeah, you need to pay attention because you can have the right answer
Just
and,
not the
and
right.
don't have the right answer
Mhm.
because you did more than they're asking for.
I find I do that a lot. I'll solve the whole question and I'm thinking, where did I go wrong? And then it says, do not factor.
But that is the reason I asked you for your equation, because what happened, I can go to the equations and see what was wrong. And if I see that you have the right equation, but for some reason you went ahead of the game, what I will do is I will give you the right answer because you have the right answer. So let me do something that we don't have. Let me see. Yeah, this one. Question 17. Let me go to question 17. Question 17, I will jump to 17, okay? Because 15 and 16 are the same. The difference are that they are given numbers that you have to plug. No? For example, no, they ask you to add and multiply and plug numbers there, like we did in the beginning. Let's do one example. 15, let me see. Okay, that is what we try to do. That is a new symbol there.
Yeah, I was about to ask what it said.
F is no a multiplication symbol, is a circle. So what means that? No, imagine that f of x is equal to 2x plus 1, and g of x is equal to x plus 3. Okay? Entonces, f circle g of x means f of g of x. That's what it means. So you have the equation f, and you need to replace the x of the equation f by the whole equation of g of x. I will do that, okay? What is the equation f of x?
2x plus 1.
2x plus 1. Now, you need to replace this x by the whole g of f equation. So you put 2 parentheses. What is the equation for g of x?
X plus 3.
X plus 3, close parentheses plus 1. That is what that means.
That's what that circle means?
Exactly.
Okay.
And if you have, and we'll do both, okay?
Okay.
And then you have to multiply. 2 times x is
2x.
2 times 3,
6.
6. No, plus 1. Sorry, plus, let me do again. Will be 2x plus 6 plus 1. The final answer will be what? 2x
6 plus 1, so plus 7.
plus 7. That is your final answer. But imagine that you have the opposite game. That you have g circle f of x. I can erase that.
Yes, I got it.
Because that will be the opposite game. Now, the equation, this equation means the is g times f of x. So the equation outside will be which one?
Outside x plus 3.
So you put x plus 3, and now you have to replace this x for the whole.
X.
Exactly. So you have 2x plus 1 plus 3. And then you can take everything out of the parentheses. 2x plus 1 plus 3, 2x.
Plus 4.
That is the answer. But that is this symbol means. It's a composition function. You are making an equation combining two equations, two functions.
So do you always take on the outside, you do the f of x, you plug it in 2x plus 1. Do you always just take, well, g of x always just be one number, like x plus 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just take that and put it outside the parentheses?
Yeah, and then because f of x is inside of the parentheses, means that in the x of g of x, you replace this x by the whole equation of 2 of
Okay.
x. And if you have this one, no, that is, this one was f, and then you have g of x, means you write the equation of f of x
That's
to
on
x,
the outside.
and you replace this x by the whole equation of g of x.
Okay.
And then you solve. But there is one more step. Imagine that they are given this. Can I erase?
Yes, I wrote it down.
Imagine that they are asking. Let me erase that. They are asking to you for f, the circle, and then you put here 1. The 1 means that, the same thing that we mean before, remember? Now you have to replace every x
with 1.
But first of all, you hold the whole process. That is equal to f of g of 1. So first of all, you put your f of x equation, 2x plus 1. Then you replace the x by the whole g of f equation. There will be 2, and the g of x equation is x plus 3 plus 1, because you are replacing the x only. And then you replace this x by what?
1.
By 1. So it will be 2 times 1 plus 3 plus 1. It will be 2 times 4 plus 1, and will be 8 plus 1 is?
9.
That is the answer.
Okay.
And then imagine that is the opposite. No? They're asking for G circle F of -4. So what we do now is the opposite game. Now that is equal to say to G of F of -4. So what is your G of X equation?
X plus 3.
First of all, you put your G of F equation, and now you replace this X by the whole equation of F of X. That will be what?
2x plus 1.
2x plus 1, and don't forget the 3 plus 3, because you're replacing only the x. You see that?
Yes.
And then you replace this x by what?
By -4.
So it will be 2 times -4 plus 1, parentheses, plus 3. 2 times -4 is?
-8.
-8 minus plus 1.
-7.
So you have a -7 plus 3, and the answer will be?
Sorry, -7 plus 3, -4.
That is your final answer. So that is the what you will see in for question 15 up. No, and it's time to go. No, is that what you will see? But in synthesis, that is the whole thing that you will see in your assignment.
It seems a little confusing, but I think I got it.
Or you want another one?
Can we do one more?
Yes, of course. You can do all that you want. It's your time.
Okay.
So let's do a real one, okay?
Okay.
Let's go to question 16. Let me see, 16 have one. No, the same thing. 17. Okay, 17 have real equations. So A is what? Is you have a F circle G, no, of 4. What means that? That means that it's F times G 4. So what is your F of X equation there?
4x.
4x. Do you put your 4x? Then you replace this x for the whole G equation. So you have a 4, and the G equation is
8x squared plus 6.
8x squared plus 6. And then finally, you replace the x of G of x by what? This
4.
x. You replace by 4. So you have a 8 times 4 to the second power plus 6. And before pendas, you need to solve the parentheses first. And the exponent, you have a 8. 4 to the second power is?
16.
16 plus 6. Then you need your calculator. You can multiply 4 times 6, 8 times 16 plus 6.
518.
So you have a 4, and you have a 4, how much?
518.
518. And if you multiply 4 times 518
That's 2072.
is 2000. That is your final answer. 2072. Let's do B. Let's finish the 17.
Okay.
Because I will have you practice make things perfect. So it's B is the opposite game. B is G, no, circle F, and you have 2. So what is your, and that is equal No, that's equal to say g of f of 2. So what is your g of x equation?
8x squared plus 6.
So you have a x squared plus 6. Now you replace this x by
With
the
2.
whole, by the whole f of
Oh,
x,
the whole, the 4x.
4x. 4x, and you have, don't forget the square, plus 6. Now you replace this x by what?
By 4. Oh, wait, no, by 2.
By 2, because it's f of 2.
Oh, my brain's moving too fast.
Well, take your time, you need to take time to think. See, sometimes we need to think. So you have times 2 and all square plus 6. So let's follow pentas, no? You have a 8. What would be 4 times 2?
8.
8. 8 to the second power
64.
is 8 times 64 plus 6. You have me with your calculator, please?
518.
518. That is the final answer. You have to follow the steps. You have to more to practice. Let me
Okay.
know.
I'm good.
Let's go to C and D, and that is all the kinds of questions that you will see in this assignment. So you have a C as f of 1. So what is that? That will be equal to say f of 1. So what is your f of f equation?
4x.
4x. We replace this x by 4x again, parenthesis, because that is f of 1 will be the f of x equation, will be 4x. And then we replace this x by what? We replace this x by what?
By 1.
By 1. So you have a 4 times 1. So you have a 4 times,
1. All right, 4 times 4.
and that will be,
16.
that is the answer. As you can see, we follow the same process. Now, first of all, you set up the equation that is outside. Then you replace the x of this equation, by the whole equation that is inside the parentheses. In this case, the same one because it's f of x. And then when you do that, you replace the x of the equation that you put to replace the x by this number and solve.
Okay, that one wasn't bad.
Let's do one more, D, and that will give you enough to work because that is all these equations are that. Let me do one more. Let's go to question 20. Because 20, they're asking for something different. Let me see, it's 20 or 19. They're asking for the domain. Let me see. Yeah, let's 19, okay? So let's do, which one you want to do?
Let's do.
Let's do the
A.
first one, A. So you have a f circle g of x. That is your equation. So what you have to do is, that is equal to say f of g of x. So what is your f equation?
4x plus 3.
You have a 4x plus 3. Now, you need to replace this x by the g of f equation. To be 4, what is the g of f equation?
2x.
You replace this x by 2x, and don't forget it, your plus 3. That is something that a lot of people forgot. They replace the x, and they forgot to put the 3
And
again.
then just solve the 4
Uh-huh.
times 2.
And it's plus 3. And now you have to replace, you need to solve for x on it. No? So you have 4 times 2x's,
8. 8x.
8x plus 3. That is a linear equation. My question is, what will be the domain of a linear equation? We just did in the beginning.
The domain of a linear equation.
Uh-huh. What question? 2, 3, or something like that.
Was that the
See what? There is any number that you can input in 8x plus 3 for x that will make this 0?
no?
So what will be the domain?
Just wasn't it infinity to infinity?
Exactly. All real
Any
numbers.
number.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's what you have to do in these equations. You have to solve it, and then you say the domain, no, equals from negative infinity, comma, infinity. That is the difference only. And that is question 19. You have A, B, and you have to do the same thing.
Mhm.
But that's it.
Okay. That's not bad. None of this was horrible. It's just a lot of remembering all the steps from before.
Yeah, and then you have to look your notes
Mhm.
because your notes make sense to yourself. This is enough, or you want to keep practicing?
I would keep practicing, but I have a class at 11.
Okay, there's no problem. So what we'll do is try to solve this equation. I will put my lecture notes right now, and then if you have any questions, shoot me an email.
Okay, thank you.
And that is all for today.